Now, let's just say hypothetically, let me zoom this out real quick. Let me go back to my inbox. Now, let's just say hypothetically, you made a mistake or you wanted to edit those filters. You would go to the settings, which is either going to be right here in this little wheel or up here on the top. Because I've opted to have my inbox show me all the important starred emails on top, because as I have so many emails that as I get and I go through and read my emails, I put a star next to them, which is right here. If they're important, I want to go back and read them. And so the ones that are important will always come up here to the search results for starred. And I'll show you how to do that as well. Like I said, there's a lot you can do with this. So once you've changed that view, it's going to put the settings box down here. Go to settings. And to manage those filters that I was just talking about, it's really straightforward. Look right there. It says filters. So click on filters. And this tells you exactly what filters you've created. So matches from eHow of the day. So that's an eHow. Apply this label eHow. So that was one of the ones that are over here. Okay. So that's where it's going to put it. Let me zoom out. Okay, let's go back here to the inbox. And so whenever you create these labels, that's what all of these are actually for right here on the left hand, are these grayed boxes. You can change the colors. So if I wanted a specific one, let's just say it was a client or, sorry, there's a lot of stuff going on here. But let's just say it was a client. So you have, let me find my clients here. Okay. So let's just pick a random one. Clients 2013. Right here, I'm going to pick somebody. So this little arrow that's pointing downward, you click on it and you can customize it with all this. So let's say if you want that person's emails to all be a specific color, the label is what I'm talking about. You click the label, and from now on, every email with that from that individual or business is going to be that color. So that can help you distinguish the differences. And I don't know why I haven't ever done it. I just didn't have a need for it. But now, even to go one step further, you can click on that label, and well, actually, I went to that email, but I apologize. But okay, let me go back and show that again. So you click on that email, and then right here is where you can do what I was about to show you. So you can click on that, and it'll actually take you to all the emails from that individual. So it'll show you the correspondence pretty much forever from that individual. And see, almost all of them have stars, because every time I read through, like I was mentioning, I always label them and star them and make it so it's easy for me to keep track of everything. All right. Now going back here to the left-hand side, because this is actually really important. Okay, so you have on the way at the bottom, it'll say more or less. I'm just going to click on more. That's where the chats, all mail, spam, trash, even text messages will all go. You can manage the labels here, create new labels. That's another feature right there on the homepage. It's just not how I normally get to it. And then I'm sure you keep seeing this little box pop up here, Google Docs. So these are what are called plugins, and I'll show you how to get those in just a second. But Bitly US URL shortener. So Twitter uses this a lot if you're familiar with it. But if you have a really long domain or something, a website address that you want to share with somebody, you can just type it in here. I'll just type in suitedmarketing.com/books. That's where all my books are, I believe, is the page for it. But click shorten, and oh, that wasn't the right one. Let me just do the website. Sorry about that. Click shorten. It's asking me HTTP. Don't I have to do that? There we go. All right, so I just did it. You can't see the whole thing because it won't let me widen it, but you can just double click it and it'll highlight it. And then as I'll show you, let's just open a new window. Paste. Now, see this link here? That's going to my website, but that's what a Bitly is. It shortens it to a code from that company. Bitly is a company. And if you want to learn more about it, actually, let me show you. Just go to import, or let me take you to their website. It's just bitly.com. And the reason why that one, I'm not going to go into at the moment, but the reason why that's so powerful is because you can actually track clicks. So if you shorten the link within the Bitly company's site, there's other ways to do it too. You can just come into the website, you can paste that link here. So http www.suitedmarketing.com. Or one other way to keep in mind too is through one of the plugins. So this little, see how this little guy's a Blowfish? That's him right there. It's a plugin. It actually will take any page that I'm on and automatically shorten it. So see, these are all the ones that I've had it's for the Bitly website, but these are all the shares. And let's see if I can zoom this in a little better. Clicks per minute. So these are all the clicks. So I won't go into that right now, but I just wanted to quickly touch on it. Let's go back over to my Gmail here. I've also got a plugin for the Google Calendar. So these are my appointments coming up. Let's see if I can get these to come up here. Hang on. Let's minimize my Google Docs. So the most recent Google Docs that I've used. Let's see, is that it? Sticky note. So if I want to put a quick note right here, and even quick links. Oh, add a quick link. So if it's a website that you visit frequently, you can just click on it and see it'll come right here. Enter title for current view. Actually that quick link is for your specific folders. Apologize. Anyway, to really maximize Gmail, you definitely have to familiarize yourself with the settings. And so that's that wheel up here on the right. Go to settings. Now let me quickly touch on some of these. You have your general settings, which are pretty self-explanatory. The nice thing about it is you can have a picture, you can have multiple email addresses, and you can have a signature for each one of those. You can even have a vacation responder. So if you go out of town for however long, obviously, you can tell it to automatically respond during that period of time. Let me come back up here. What else is important? So we have the labels that I already talked about. This is where you can manage them. Those are all my labels. Then inbox. I'm not going to touch on all of these because they're pretty straightforward. But accounts and import. Okay. If you're like me, you have many email addresses, and instead of checking each one individually, it's really nice to have all those emails in one centralized place. And so you can send mail as, which means you're going to, you can send email as that person or as that email address from any of these email addresses. When replying to a message, I always say reply from the same address the message was sent to. And the reason why is because if you do use multiple email addresses, all you have to do is hit reply. You don't have to worry about using the wrong one to reply back. And then it'll check your emails from all these other accounts too. So the only downside to this, I'll have to say though, is it's not real time. See, 43 minutes, 1 hour, 1 hour. So it's checking it periodically, but it's not checking it real time. So that's one of the only drawbacks to that, and you can't really control that. It will do it, but you just got to keep that in mind. This is where you'll add the new account, so you just click on it. And for most email addresses, all you have to do is type in your email and then um, hit the next step. It'll ask you for your password, and that's really it. And then it'll actually ask you for a confirmation. So you'll have to go to one of these email addresses and manually confirm that you own that email address. So keep that in mind too. It'll tell you. It's really simple. It'll walk you right through it.